Well, hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Live with NAZ, Quarantining in Corona, show number 79. Let's see, who do we have here? Well, first of all, we have my friend Emilio Mazariagos.
Thank you very much.
Nice
Thank you
to
very
have
much.
you. Emilio is a producer. He is a friend of John. He was John's roommate, and he is with us. So I wanted to invite him here with us. He is from Guatemala.
That is right.
Yes, so welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much
Good
for
luck.
having me. It's great to be here. It's an honor for
Thank
the
you.
79th episode.
Yes,
That's
and
crazy.
we're both COVID free, so we can be that close. Let's see, who do we have here? Bobby Miller. Sarah, how are you? Matthew Dirks from Wisconsin. Becky, how are you? Chris Rossetti from San Francisco, my beloved. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Gerald Noble Jr. Thank you for joining us, Gerald. If it's your first time, let us know what city and state. My beloved wife, Maha's here. Alrighty, and Frankie Bermia, how are you, Frankie? Let us know if it's your first time. Where you, where you at? City and state. Let's see, what do we got? Alan Goodwin, how are you? Kristen Giboni, nice to meet you, Kristen. Welcome. We got a lot of new people here today, and it's awesome. This is my first time to have a co-host with me or a guest with me on the show because. I felt Lily, how are you? And Vince McAllister, good to see you guys. Welcome. Again, this is my friend Emilio. Mucho gusto, senor.
Muchas gracias, señor.
Where are you from? Where were you born at?
Right. So I was born in Guatemala City.
Uh-huh.
If you guys don't know where that is, it is not a part of Mexico.
It's not.
It is a different country below Mexico.
So you have to go further to get...
Yeah, south of the border and then more south.
And more south of the border. Way south of the border.
Yeah.
Where Taco Bell don't even make it that far. Do you guys
right,
have
that's
Taco
right.
Bell in Guatemala?
We do, and it's actually more decent than in the States.
Really?
I will say, yeah.
Like which? Like real meat?
Half real meat.
Half
real meat, yeah.
But the cheese is still fake. That's
Exactly,
queso.
exactly.
Yeah, fake queso.
You have to go all the way to Argentina to get the real stuff.
So you guys are Central America.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. And how old were you when you came here?
I was 19.
You were
I came.
19.
I came here for school with you. I went to school with your son.
At Biola University.
Yeah, at Biola University. Shout out. But I moved here for that when I was 19.
Okay, you moved here. So I heard your family owns or has a university in Guatemala City, or they?
Yes, we work with a university in Guatemala in higher education to provide education in rural areas and things like that.
And then they decided to send their son somewhere else.
Right.
They don't believe in the education level. You know what? The reason, Teresa, how are you? Sarah? Okay, Lonnie is here with us. Hi, Lonnie. How are you? Andy Aragon. Oh,
Hey.
Andy. Yeah, Andy, the cinematographer, the other roommate who could not make it here in person. So, Crystal Leifer from Canada. How are you? Betty, how you doing? Okay, let's see. Corey Curtis, Amy, how are you? You know what? The reason I invited Emilio to be with us today on the show, because I think we both were immigrants. We were born somewhere else. We both came to this country at age 19. We both came from developing country. And we want to tell you that what a great country we live in. I think we need to put that in. So some people who in the last few months or they're like, I don't know, is America great again? What was the first thing you noticed about America when you did you land in Los Angeles?
No, so I actually spent about 3 months in Michigan.
In Michigan?
In the Midwest with my uncle just to learn the ropes of how America worked, right? I remember I was driving a car.
Uh-huh.
And in Guatemala, the speed limit is more of a suggestion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
In other countries, you don't follow the
Exactly.
traffic rules.
So I'm driving super fast down these rural roads, and I'm like, there's nothing. This is great.
Yeah.
There's no cars. There's no traffic.
Corn.
Corn. Pavement. And I got pulled over, and I was really scared. I was surprised, because I was like, I was going fast, but in my country, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah.
In some countries, like in Kuwait, you know what? If a cop pulls you over and you're from a big family or you're, you have more authority, you can beat up the cop and tell him, get out of here. That's what how people don't understand. Like, oh, we don't want the police. We don't want to, really. You take the power from the police, this country will be crazy. So, you know what at first... Maha, my wife, the first thing she noticed when she came to America, that the car tires are clean.
Yes. Yes. No dirt.
No dirt.
No dirt.
No dirt on the tires.
No pollution.
No.
Nothing in the tires.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's something you notice when you're come here as an immigrant is you don't notice the what do you call it? You brought the flies with you from Guatemala.
My apologies. My apologies.
This show is not politically correct, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because we're both immigrants, and political correctness does not apply to us. Let's see who else is born somewhere else. Join the let's see. Tony Weisner, welcome. Michael Ramirez, how are you? Stan, how you doing? Let's see. What do we got? Who else do we have? It's funny. So, who else was born overseas? Someone was born overseas because we're talking right now about the great thing we notice about this country. One of the things I noticed, like being born poor in America does not mean you will stay poor.
Right.
Like let's say in Guatemala, let's say you're born into a poor family.
Yeah.
What's your chances of even getting an education or becoming?
It becomes more slim as you grow older. I think there's a stigma now where you could possibly get more education and somehow make it to the city and get some sort of status or position, but in essence you don't. And usually just stay wherever you're from and you work whatever job your parents have or whatever that is that gets passed down. So it isn't like here. This is the land of opportunity.
Yes. Yeah, yes, and in some countries where I lived, where if you were born from a family that's not, it's a poor family and stuff, your chances of making it big is slim. So this is the great thing about this country is you can, doesn't matter what your background or who your parents are, you still have a great chance of making it in America.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let's see what we got. Rita, how are you? Good to see you guys. Joey, how you doing, brother? Thank you. Costa Rica, Andy Aragon, Costa Rica. What the first thing you noticed when you came? Was Andy born here?
No, he was born in Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. Okay, Andy, what did you notice about this country? First thing you noticed about this country?
Someone asked any funny stories about John in school.
Oh, James Blind joined us. Any funny stories about John in school? Yeah, tell us. You were his roommate.
Oh man, there is so many. I think right off the top of my head, we've been in several film shoots together. I produce and John directs, and I don't think people realize he's kind of a diva on set, aren't you, buddy? I mean,
he can turn the mics off, by the way. But go ahead.
I remember we were shooting this particular film, and our department had gotten this shirt for our main character, and the shot was set up, everything was ready for us to shoot the scene, and he's like, I don't like the color. The color's off in the shirt. And so someone had to go, this is like a Saturday morning or something.
Yep.
And they had to go buy a whole different shirt for the main character because John didn't like the color.
He's a perfectionist. Yes, he is a perfectionist. That's why I qualify to be his father because he expects a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
You're perfect because of him.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What are you? Okay, Jane, how are you? Oh, Safer. Safer. It's safer here. Yes. In Guatemala they have the cartels too.
Yeah. I mean, Mexico's right above us, and there's just a whole route that goes through Central America, through Guatemala, up to Mexico, and then to the States. So there's definitely, there's gangs, there's, and I think that poverty also allows a lot of crime to happen, enables. It's kind of a catalyst for that, right?
Right.
So you are always scared. You know what areas not to go to. Even within like the own government, there's a lot of corruption and whatnot. So you're gonna get used to it, but at the same time, you come here and it's like, oh, not everything is gated, not everything is fenced. There's not a lot of private security. It's interesting.
That's right. Here, if you want gated, you have to pay like homeowners association extra
exactly.
to
They have
that.
neighborhood watch.
That's right. Crystal Levy NAZ, what happens to school? What
stays
what
in
happens
school.
in
I
school
love
stays
that.
in school. That's
Yeah,
right.
that was my most mild story, I will say.
Okay. He's gone now. You can tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Brent is here. How are you? Okay, anybody else other than Andy was born overseas? Of course, Crystal was born overseas. She's in Canada. Okay. Yeah, so, all right. Another thing we notice about this country is you can get married no matter who you love. Like in I don't know if it's about Guatemala, but if you're like in the Middle East and you fall in love with a girl and you because she could be a different family statue, they won't, or level, or her family is higher up.
Right.
They will not let you marry her, or you don't have money and they have money, and it won't happen. But here in America,
Oh, that's one of my favorite things of America.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I've actually dated someone that's 100% Guatemalan.
oh,
Yeah, and because most of my dating experience has been in college and when I moved here, and that's been the coolest thing. It's like you get to try different cultures and experience them, and the food and the all that encompasses, and it's great.
that's
You
awesome.
know?
Yes, so let's see. We're talking about great things about America, ladies and gentlemen. My 4 cousins were born in Guatemala. Oh, Betty, 3 their mom and dad were missionaries. Oh, my dad was born in Canada for Sarah. Brent is hurt. Oh, Audra is hurting. Oh, we'll be praying for her. What's the national food dish in Guatemala? Chris is asking.
A national food dish. I mean,
Taco
we have
Bell.
Taco Bell's
No,
Guatemala.
I'm
Just kidding. No, our tamales. I know there's tamales in different countries, but our Christmas tamales are something special. They're unique in the way that they do Guatemala. Like they do it in Guatemala. They're delicious. But we do have several more. There's different broths and stuff like that.
And you invited John and Andy to go with you to Guatemala early this year for vacation.
Yeah, and they tried a couple things. What you remember trying?
Yeah. One thing I noticed about Guatemala was that when they give you chips and guac, they give you 2 chips and a whole lot of guac, and you're supposed to like portion it out. So every time I ask the waiter, please, more chips.
By the time you're done with the guac, the whole chip is very moldy. I'm like,
Yeah, there you go. We just like guac straight up.
That's awesome. Another thing that's very important about this country is like immigration. Like let's say you were born in the Middle East, or you were born in Guatemala.
Mm-hmm.
Will you become a Guatemalan citizen?
Yeah.
You can?
What do you mean? If
Like let's say I moved to Guatemala and my son is born in Guatemala. I'm not a Guatemalan.
I think that varies from country to country. I'm actually not sure about Guatemala because I have friends that have, there were American missionaries who were born in Guatemala and somehow did get the citizenship.
They get the citizenship.
But there's cases where that's not true.
Right.
Sorry, I keep bringing the flies in.
Yes, it's funny. Well, first time we have flies. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can be born any other place, like for like a Middle East or somewhere, and you can live all your life there. You'll never become a citizen. And we're here in the U.S. The minute you're born here, you're a citizen.
Yeah.
And after living here for a few years, you can become a citizen. Spent 3 weeks living in my car while driving down the Gulf of Mexico, and first thing I noticed was the southern states. Fried chicken with everything. Yes, we love fried chicken here in America. Tamales at Christmas time, so we have something to unwrap.
That's great. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jerry Camacho, Pastor Jerry, and Jackie. Welcome back, Jackie. It's been a while. Pastor Jerry Camacho, I think you used to be in Vegas, but now you're somewhere in Utah, if I'm not mistaken. We have a son-in-law whose parents are from Guatemala. Oh, that's wonderful.
That's awesome.
Okay, let's start with the questions for you guys because this show is about you guys being funny. And let's see, here's the first question. If you could just travel through time, where would you like to go in the past, or future, and what would you do? If you could just travel through time, where would you like to go to the past or future, and what would you do? I'll ask you that, Emilio. Where would you like to go back?
I love old music. I love 80s music, so like Tears for Fears, Michael Jackson, everything, And so I'd love to go to one of those concerts. I remember my folks went to a Huey Lewis and the News concert.
Oh, yeah.
And I've always envied them for that. They don't do them like that no more.
Well, I went to the Forum and saw Michael Jackson live.
There you go.
And I saw Tina Turner, Kenny Rogers, Guns N' Roses.
There you go.
Let's see, who else? Oh, what do you call them? The girls that said another Manic Monday. What do you call them? The 3 girls?
The 3 girls?
Say in the comments if you know.
Yeah.
Diana Ross?
No. Another Manic Monday. The 3 girls from. Come on, you gotta help me. Keto Olson, welcome from Oregon, and Noha Jabaji from Baltimore. How are you guys? That's a tough question. Give me a moment. Okay, think if you.
Bengals?
What?
Bengals?
The Bengals, yeah, I saw the Bengals live.
There you
If
go.
you could just travel through time, where would you like to go to the past or future, and what would you do? Let's see.
Look
Back.
what Lonnie said the Bengals so fast.
Lonnie,
There's a
good.
delay.
Hello, Michael. Okay, Jackie said back to when I gained pregnancy weight. I would have not done the late night craving. So 20 years ago. That's a
There
good
you go.
answer. Back to the future for Brent. Okay, Art said it would be cool to see Jesus in person in Israel during the time of the gospel. Alrighty, that's a good one. I'd go back to the last week and take another nap. Okay, Bengals, yes, thank you. I would love to go back 5 minutes ago. I ate too much. And Joey said I would travel to the moment where Abraham Lincoln contemplated hunting vampires and advised him against it.
Good one. That's a good call.
Okay. Let's see. Sarah said, I think I would be cool to see what other animals existed before Noah's flood, just so long as I would be safe and actually was able to get back home. Well, you can, because there's only 8. There's only 8 seats on the ark, and I don't, first come, first serve. So, Sarah, hurry up. I would travel to 1800s Wisconsin to see the giant trees that used to be here. Well, they're moved all, just like the cows moved to Wisconsin from California. We got the redwood trees here. Oh, it's 8:45. What do we do at 8:45? We sanitize. Should I share sanitizing with Emilio?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
He needs
all right.
it. He brought the flies.
Yeah, you
That
brought
is
the
true.
flies. You need to sanitize. Every 15
Thank you
minutes,
very
people,
much.
we sanitize and we share. So please share this with your friends. This is a special show because we have a guest with us today, and normally just my beautiful face and no flies.
There you go. There
I
you
love
go.
it. I love it.
Multiple guests.
Oh, Polly Canfield joined us again. Welcome back, Polly. The question is, if you could just travel through time, where would you like to go to the past or future, and what would you do? Let's see. I would like to go anywhere. I don't get out much. That's a good one. Don't visit Jurassic Park, Sarah. Okay, I would like to go back when I first found out I was pregnant, 1998. Joe Gauchier from Washington, or used to be Washington, welcome, my beloved. To see Elvis Presley again, okay? I would travel to 1800s Wisconsin. Okay, we got that. Back to the very time and room when the Declaration of Independence was signed. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, let's see. Becky said I would travel 5 years in the future to see how the COVID-19 vaccine works. Oh! Here goes my mic. Good job. Good. That's a funny one, Becky. That's a good one. Sanitize the flies too. Okay. I don't get out much either. Oh, to see my Bohemian ancestors. Betty, oh, you have Bohemian ancestors. I'd go back in time 5 minutes and remind Naz 5 minutes to sanitize. All right, Sermon on the Mount, Janet, that would be good. Okay, I would travel to 2020. Wait, never mind. Okay, Bobby, back to December 25th, 2019 and stop the coronavirus from ever coming here. I know. Back to 1967 when the Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl. Ooh, here you go, Matthew. Enjoy it. Matthew from Wisconsin. You got a Canadian supporter here.
Yeah, plug in your mic more.
Oh.
It kind of fell out when it fell out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we should be good now.
We should be good now. All right, let's see. Back to the DMV 4 years ago to redo my picture. Bisho Basha, welcome. I want to go to the future. That's the only future I would have. Artie Casper said, I would like to go back to when Adam and Eve decided to eat the fruit so I could tell them, stop it already. Listen to God with you. That's a good one. Sarah said, Mount of Transfiguration would have been cool. Okay, Sophia Abu Ghazalan. Hi, Sophia. I think Sophia went. Did you go to Biola, Sophia? Welcome to the show. Let us know what city and state. I would love to see the universe was born. It would be a blast. That's a good plan. Words. Thomas Clark, thank you for joining us. The question is, if you could just travel through time, where would you like to go? To the past or future, and what would you do? John, where would you like to go?
I would
You.
go to the Roman Empire.
You would go to the Roman Empire and do what?
And tell Caesar to, you know.
Tell Caesar your pizza wasn't delivered on time. That's funny.
No, I would, maybe David's time.
David's time. King David.
Yeah, so I can move in next to Bathsheba.
Yeah, you're gonna move in next to Bathsheba. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, stop him from doing it. My son wants to go back in time to King David and then be next to Bathsheba. That's what he wants. He wants to be on the balcony with David. I would love pervert. I would love to go back to the past 5 times and not show up at the altar. Okay, Miles Kirby, thank you for joining us. Sophia, yes, she did. We got another Biola. Sophia Abu Ghazala and John and Emilio and Andy. And yes, back to when Ronald Reagan was president. My parents love him. Okay, back to the 1980s in high school for Bobby. Back to the Titanic and tell Kate Winslet to move over. Let Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's great. That's great.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Chris. Oh, that's funny. I would travel to 1969 so I could be a classic Fender bass guitar for only $200 instead of $2,000 now. If you know about Corona, Joey, Corona used to have the Fender Museum. But then they moved. Back to my wedding date to say, don't do it. Good one. Maha, I would love to go back to March 8th, 2020. That was before the whole thing started. Okay, Art say John would go back to the Roman Empire and tell them to change their shirt to a different color. Because that's what you were telling the actor in the set.
Oh, yeah.
When you left.
Yeah,
That's great. That's
Andy
great.
Arrogant said, would he wear a Roman helmet? Yeah, I guess he would. No, he has a lot of hair. No. I would love to go back to the past and tell my mom and dad don't. Oh, Rita. That's funny. I know you're joking. Yep, been there. Okay, go back to the garden and stop Satan. Okay. I would love to go back in time to day 1, live with NAZ and start all over. Oh, okay. I remember that day where I talked for an hour. The first 3 shows, I did my entire act at the time. I was like, I'm killing time.
Your
and then
comedy act.
My comedy act.
Right.
And then we go for 2 hours. One time on the 3rd show, we went for an hour and 15 minutes. And John was saying, cut it. But instead of saying cut it, he said...
We went for 2 hours.
Yeah, John kept going this, like, raw finish. But instead of doing cut it, I said, like, keep going. So we went for 2 hours. It was crazy.
Like he doesn't want to stop, and he keeps going.
You were on a roll. You were on a roll.
No, I wasn't. I was running out of stuff. On the road. Okay, let's see. What do we got? Me too, Michael. And would travel back in time to see the Apostle Peter and physically put his foot in his mouth for him. Okay, I would go back and help prevent Lonnie from being thrown into Facebook jail. All right, I'd love to go... Let's see, what do we got? I would love to go back to when God created Adam and give God a few suggestions. Thank you, Rita. I would love to go back and get the original KFC secret recipe. Okay, I didn't know about NAZ's back then. Oh, yeah, Sarah. This is our 79th show, 79 hours together. So, I didn't know. So, what... Other than the back in the 80s, where would you go back in time?
I think going way back, definitely like the Dark Ages, because there's just not much recorded history of what that was like.
So
there's only speculation.
The plague, another plague.
Yeah, that way I would know how to deal with this one.
Emilio would go back to the bubonic plague and go, yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been COVID-19. Yeah, you guys are dying, but you're not 6 feet apart. That's right. I would go back and get okay, let's see. I don't know. Let's see, what else? That's funny. That's all right. Gary Thompson, thank you for joining us. You know what? My fear about the whole COVID-19 coming back is now they're going to close the department stores again. Because you remember they were doing this curbside?
Right, this curbside pickup. And
Pick up.
whatnot, yeah.
That's horrible for department stores because you're there to pick up your stuff and you see people changing and trying on new clothes on the curb. It's horrible, disgusting. The only thing we used to buy curbside before COVID was lemonade. Remember those
Right,
kids? Kids on the curbside are not allowed to open their homes, so they sell lemonade on the side, 5-year-olds for $1.
Yeah.
That was only curbside. But anyway, let's see what do we got. Okay, I would love to go see Reverend Spooner's speech to he the original Spoonerism. Okay, I didn't get that one, Matthew. I'd like to go back and get the recipe to sanitize.
That's
Okay.
great.
Okay, Emilio, you could have given people face masks during the Black
That's great.
Flag.
That's great. I absolutely could have.
That's funny. Let's see what do we got. I wish I could go back in time before my mom got Alzheimer's disease, and I wish I had the cure for it. Oh, all right, Bobby. Well, we'll continue to pray for your mom. I would go back before Government Gavin Newsom was running for governor. I would expose him going to be a bad governor. Okay.
I don't think she's joking.
I don't think Amy is joking. She is consistently.
Amy loves making it political.
It's funny. Naz, I thought you'd like that department stores have been closed for Maha. Yeah, I did. But, I mean, the curbside is horrible. People changing in front of you. Totally agree, Bobby. Oh, that's funny. All right, let's change the question.
Not funny.
It's not funny. No, the curbside closing.
Oh, the curbside.
The curbside closing. That's what's funny. That's so Emilio. So
Yes.
you finished Biola,
Mm-hmm.
and you got a job as a producer
As an assistant in a production company.
in a production
gotta
company.
Start somewhere. Yeah.
God bless America! Right away, you got a
There we
job,
go.
and
Yeah.
now you are.
I'm
you
still there.
You're still working.
Yeah. I'm still
Oh, that's
working.
that's
remote. but I'm
remote.
still working.
That's awesome. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's change the question on you guys. And the question is, okay, how many of you have you guys seen my podcast today? It was with Phil Laboratory, the IRS problem solver, but he was a lot more than that. He was the CPA. We talked about the PPP. There's another stimulus check might be coming to you people. We also talked about taxes. We talked about he was honestly, this guy is a model father. His kids love him. His daughters are in their like early 30s and they're around him, late 20s, early 30s. They're always around their dad. They vacation together as a family. They're always together. He's a wonderful dad, a great husband. So it was great to talk about that, talk about his faith, and the best secret he gave people, he said, if you want to become prosperous, you have to tithe and you have to give. The more you give, the more you plant seeds into other people's lives and ministries, the more prosperous you become. And he is. He's a very prosperous man, a big philanthropist, and that's his secret. And it works. I know a lot of friends on my board and other friends that are very well off financially, and they always tell you the same thing. Well, some of them will say two things: be thankful for everything you have now, and number two, be generous. Tithe, give back to God, sow seed in other ministries and other people, and you will gain the rewards. Very good one. And based on that question, your podcast was great today. Thank you, Sarah. I missed it. I had to work. It is already on Facebook under Comedian Nazareth. Yeah. Travel back in time to 2016 to watch the Cubs win the World Series all over again. All right. Okay. Let's see. I'd love to have known. Okay, what my grandparents were really like when they were young, and not just the stories they told me. See, my parents never told me a lot of stories about my grandpas. I know I remember my mom's grandpa. I don't remember. I was 3 years old when I saw him once. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
My dad. Did you get to meet your grandparents?
Yeah, I did, but that's a great
I got
so
to
did
meet
you?
yours too.
Oh yeah. John met my grandparents actually.
Yeah, because John never met his grandfathers.
Yeah, at least he met mine.
He met your. That's a good.
We probably shouldn't say the stories, huh? Of your grandpa.
Is it a funny story?
Oh yeah.
We'll
No,
share it.
there's
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, we were meeting my grandfather who was already, mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
So he's pushing it. And we met him, and he had a full suit on and a beanie hat because that's his style. And it was a very formal meeting. It took like 5 minutes maybe.
It was like meeting the Pope.
It was like
Really?
meeting the Pope.
Well, he had the
was
beanie on.
He was sitting in this like couch, and so I was like, "Hey, Grandpa, these are my two friends from school." He went up, shook hands. Very good. Glad you're here. As he stands up, we're gonna go say bye to him, right? And he just lets one rip. You know what I mean?
Ew.
But the moment is so formal that we can't laugh. We can't address that it's happening. So we just look at each other, shake his hand, and everybody just goes their separate way.
Okay. Well, he's 90. Think you're.
I think we can give him some grace.
Bianca Sandoval. Bianca. I got my friend Emilio from Guatemala. Blanca's from Mexico.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
go watch it. Okay, Naz, be thankful because when you are thankful, you tank will be full. Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
great.
Okay, nice one. Travel back in time to October 26, 1985. Was that when you were born? Time to sanitize, everybody. Let's sanitize. Go ahead, Emilio, and we share.
Grandpa was winded from meeting your two friends.
Yes, my grandpa was winded from meeting my two school
That's
friends. That's
funny.
great. Sanitizing.
That happens to me before. Okay. What phase in Cal? What phase is Cal in? Well, right now we're still in phase 2, early 2, but we might go back to phase 1. I don't know. They're saying that cases in California are getting bigger. Jeff Mullen. Oh, Jeff Mullen, thank you for joining us. Welcome, Jeff. Let us know what city and state you're in. I don't know. I have a feeling you're in Nashville. But let us know. Phase 2. We are in phase 2, right? Amy knows because she's a big fan of Gavin Newsom. She follows him. She would know. Right, Amy? That's good. Thank you, Lonnie, for sharing this. Okay, here's a question. Since I was talking to an IRS agent today, well, he's not an agent. He fights the IRS. He gets you out of trouble with the IRS. He said, okay, here's a question. If you have to cheat on one item on your taxes, what would it be? If you have to cheat on one item on your taxes, what would it be? How about you, Emilio? What would you answer that?
When you leave college, your dream is to be independent, not dependent on anything. You have your job, you have your life.
Okay.
But my dad's been helping me a little bit while I kind of get my footing.
Uh-huh.
But I think out of that pride, I would probably lie about that money and just be like, oh, I don't know where it came from. That little help from dad,
Yeah, that's hard for you guys. You guys just graduated.
Right.
You're just starting to get work, and boom, COVID hits. And
Yeah.
that's better than already having a career and then it stops.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like you still, so what?
Totally.
I didn't have money before. I don't have money now. What changed?
Yeah, so I'd definitely paint it like I'm super independent,
Okay,
Yeah.
Janet said income. Sarah said this is a trick question. I know you don't, Amy. It was a joke with you. Tim Fakhouri, hey, I never had issues with full tanks. Okay. As soon as the first date they travel to in Back to the Future. Okay. Did you guys know I've never seen the movie Back to the Future?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, it's a
Really?
classic. It's
I'm
good.
sitting with a producer and director. I'm like, really? Yeah, I've never seen it. I saw more movies in the last 3 months than I did in my entire 30-some years in America.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Naz, this is a trick. Okay, let's see what you got. I would love to go back when I had no wrinkles, tight skin, and age spots just to not be satisfied with something else. Okay, travel expenses. That would be something you would hide from there. Claim the car. Okay. How many dependents I have? Gavin Gruesome. Very sad. Okay, hi, Louis. Oh.
That's Pietro's dad.
Oh, that's Pietro's dad. Hello, Louis. Welcome. Oh, good to see you. Not tell my wife I have a refund. That's a good.
So funny.
That's
Pietro's dad
funny.
is so funny.
That's funny. Louis, join us every night at 8:30 weeknights because that's what we do. For 50-some minutes, we laugh, and you guys are the funny ones. So, how many dependents I have? Okay, tips, trips, and quips for Gary. Car mileage for Lily. Okay, how many people I'm dependent of? I've never cheated on my taxes before. You guys are giving me idea. Oh, Let's see how much money I didn't make for Bobby. Full tanks can fix distance issues. Okay. President Trump says he's going to work on DACA. It makes it better. Okay. You all have a good night. Take care. Brent, we're praying for you. We're praying for Audra. Hope you guys are both feeling good. Lori Hoagland just joined us. How are you? Louis, good. Thank you, Louis. I would claim number of dependents. I mean the ants and bugs depend on me for dropping food. That counts, right? Of course.
And flies.
And flies. We have one fly here and stays another 20 minutes. She's on my text, my 941.
Yeah, there you go.
This is Diane Lemon. Thank you for joining us, Matthew. Lottery winnings. What lottery winnings? Oh, that's funny. If you have to cheat on one item on your taxes, what would it be? All right, let me know. John, you don't file taxes yet. I wish you did. You would have got the $1,200. No, you haven't because you were still in school this last year. So you probably would have got the $1,200, and now they're saying it's probably $2,000 they're gonna give everyone.
There you go.
I'm still a dependent.
I know. How can I disown you for for a month and just get you independent? All right, let's see. Okay, now it's time for the Guinness Book of World Records. And Emilio, if you don't look at the answer, you might be able to make some guesses too.
Okay, I won't look at the answer. I'll look away.
Okay, the Guinness Book of World Record, and let's see what do we got. Meals and entertainment. That's what Lily will hide from her taxes. Come on, guys, I need more ideas. I would cheat on everything, starting with. Let's see, starting when stealing someone else's stamps. Okay, I would have report all the iPhones I got from when I lived downtown. I'm still waiting for mine, Michael. I would apply a monetary I can't say it. Monetary. Thank you so much, Emilio. Emilio was born here. Monetary amount to each of my kids and write them off as business expense. Taco Bell and Del Taco can be helpful in fixing distance issue. Okay. Comedians who steal your material can be claimed as dependents. That's right. Okay. People are answering the question, the answer before the question. Here's the question. Since Rita was talking about stamps. The fastest time, this is according to the Guinness Book of World Record in 2010, the fastest time to blow a stamp 100 meters and was achieved by Christian Schaffer from Germany. Chauffeur from Germany. So, how many minutes did it take him to blow a stamp 100 meters? Like you put the stamp and you start blowing on it. For it to go 100 meters, how many minutes did it take him? All right. And don't go by numbers. Lily and Sarah, please.
Was it stuck onto something?
It wasn't stuck onto some depend. Okay. So
Stuck to a car.
Lily and Sarah, you are being warned right now. Maximum answers are 3 for you two ladies, okay? Let's see. Art said 5, Lily said 13, Lily said 7. Lily has one more answer. I would cheat on medical. I mean, Hawaii trip is a great mental health therapy. Good. 56 for Lily. Lily's out of answers. Tim Fakhuri, 50 to 100. Minutes, okay. 1 mile for Sarah. It's by minutes. It's okay. It's funny. A way to write off my whole income so I don't have to pay anymore, right? Okay. Claim Donald Trump as an uncle to get millions back in taxes. I'm asking. Don't ask Siri, Michael, please. I know. Claim in and out as a write-off. Okay, that works. Keep dreaming. 2 hours for Crystal. 5 minutes for Tim. 5 minutes and 13 seconds for Art. 100 for Amy. 19 minutes for Lily. 2 hours for Bobby. 66 minutes for Maha. Sarah said, Michael, Siri will get you disqualified, right? 25 minutes for Matthew, 43 for Becky, 15 minutes for Bobby, 12 minutes for Janet, 5 3/4 minutes for Tim, Let's see. No idea, NAZ. I'm just going to fold on the question. Oh, you have three answers, three chances. If you don't want him, give him to Lily. You can't be serious. Okay. Claim everyone I have cooked for as a dependent. He's a chef. Asking Lily now. Okay, I claim President Trump as my daddy.
Gavin Newsom as her uncle.
And Gavin Newsom as your uncle, said John. 10 minutes for Sarah. 95 minutes for Casper. 180 minutes for Rita, who initiated the question with the stamps. 6 minutes for Tim. 1 minute, then an hour to get it off his tongue. Chris Rossetti. 58 minutes and 12 seconds for Bobby. Jeffrey Brown, thank you for joining us, brother. The question is, it's a Guinness Book of World Record, the fastest time to blow a stamp, 100 meters, and it was achieved by Christian Schoeffer?
Yeah.
Yes,
Schaefer.
from Germany on October 3rd, 2010. How many minutes did it take him to blow the stamp 100 meter? Okay, Charles Wolf just joined us. Welcome, Charles. And Michael Ramirez said 75 minutes. Sarah said 15 minutes. What do you think?
It's funny that there's no in between. It's either below 15 minutes or like more than an hour.
Right.
I guess it's, I don't know. It depends on so many things.
Yeah,
I would say
he didn't have
like,
asthma. If he had asthma, it would be horrible.
I would say like 12 minutes.
12
maybe.
minutes for Emilio?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on how many dependents you have.
All right, sanitize time. Not yet. We got 4 more minutes.
4 more minutes.
4 more minutes for sanitizing. But thank you so much. Let's see, so sweet. It would take no time to blow food stamps.
There you go. That's true.
That's a good one.
True.
That's a good one. Well, you know what? I have to tell you, nobody has come up with the right answer yet. So keep it coming. Ask the wife.
That's a good answer.
That's a
That's
good
the right
answer,
answer
Tim.
right there.
He knows better.
Hi, Rachel.
My dad said 4 to 5 minutes. Rachel.
Yeah, our friend Rachel is watching.
Oh, okay.
She's getting married soon.
On
Okay.
Friday.
On
Is
Friday.
she
So
here?
hi to Rachel.
Is she on
Yeah.
the list?
She's there.
Hi, Rachel. Welcome. She's getting married this next Friday.
This Friday.
This Friday.
This Friday.
To our
Okay.
good friend Gino.
Oh, to Gino.
We were supposed to go to the wedding.
Oh, that's right. They were supposed to go. That's a smart idea now. People, you want to get married? Do it during this quarantining time. And then take the money and go to a great honeymoon when the airports are open again. I'm serious.
There you go.
Trust me. Take good wedding pictures and then go. That's what my friend did once. He took great wedding picture. He made everybody dress up. Rent the tuxedos and the wedding dress. And they took the pictures. Then they had a small wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom. They spend the money in Hawaii.
That's great.
Yeah, so I still don't have a good answer. Let's see what we got. Claim sanitizer and toilet paper as a business expense, right?
There you go. Yeah.
My dog suits days 58 minutes.
Smart dog.
It's an international stamp because the cost way more. That's right. Tim said 110 minutes for Rita. I don't have a wife to ask Bobby. Aw. My dog Maui says 58 minutes. I'm glad your dog talked. My dog Haiti says 39. Oh, right now. She's getting more answers through the dogs. My bird Spencer. You are so funny, Lily. Crystal said 3 minutes. Warn them before they sign the you know what. Okay. The marriage agreement. Asking the dog might be cheating. Okay. That's funny. I would write off things I buy to keep my kids occupied as my own personal mental health treatment. That's right. Minute and a half for Sarah. Okay, let's see. I think we have 1 more minute to sanitize. So I'll give you more chances. Okay, 4 minutes for Crystal. Lee, my dog BB says 15 minutes. Give out free sanitizer as a giveaway. I don't have that privilege, Bobby.
This is all you have.
This is and this is a miracle bottle. It keeps growing. It keeps growing.
Like the oil.
Lily Rollum wins some trip for. She won 5 times, Sarah. Lily is the biggest winner so far, followed by I think you or Crystal. Crystal Leffler won a lot, and right now Let's see. The fastest time to blow a stamp, 100 meters, and was achieved by a German guy on October 2010. And how long it took him? It took him 3 minutes to accomplish it. So we do have a winner, and it's Crystal Leffler. She takes the lead to tie the game with Lily as 5 wins, I think. So this is what you're going to get. So you get 5 of these next time I come to Canada. Crystal. I'm going to owe a lot of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
You will.
But if I file bankruptcy, which I will never do, I don't owe you anything, people. Okay, let's see. We need more TP. Lily. Does Emilio get Maha's hummus as a lovely parting gift tonight?
Absolutely.
Well, he's staying the night, so he's not getting it. But he loves hummus. Maha always makes hummus for
It's the
them.
best. It's the best.
My fish Nemo says 5 seconds. Okay, 25 for 58 minutes. My neighbor said. I love this. Okay, does Emilio? Okay, let's see. We need more TP. Yeah, Crystal. If I could travel in time, I would go forward, get the answer, and come back and answer it. You already did. I would ride off the coast to build the time machine to travel back in time to answer the last question. I would like to travel to the time in the future when I finally win the Guinness Book of World Record question. Oh, Art haven't won yet. So this is funny. 9:15. Did we sanitize yet?
I think we need to. I think
We
we
need
to
to sanitize after
Please.
this. Yeah, those stamps really blowing. No stamps in this kind of,
Did we say the right answer?
Yes, 3 minutes. And Crystal Liffer won it. And because she's Canadian, I think we owe her less toilet paper because of the exchange rate. All right. Can you guys share this? Would you mind sharing this? Well, this show so we can enjoy. Dad is proud that a fellow Canadian won tonight. Oh, this is awesome. It's time to sanitize, people. Sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. I would say instead of what's left, give away 1 signed square of TP. Oh, okay. I heard something really interesting, guys. You guys are in the entertainment business, you'd like it. When your signature becomes an autograph, you have arrived.
That is interesting.
When your signature becomes an autograph,
There you go.
you have arrived.
All the people from high school will be able to sell all those yearbooks. Hopefully one day.
Yeah, one day. Yeah, that's like, hey, I know these guys. Let's see, Chris. All right, here's. I had no idea there was an exchange rate. Oh, there is now because I'm trying to autograph yes, use no. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's ask you a question just to get you upbeat here before we get to the prayer time. Let's see. I know I didn't give John the background for this, but we can. What are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? Emilio, what are you passionate about?
I mean, I think storytelling. I think a good story can really move someone towards doing something, I think when you tell your stories in comedy, like you provide laughter and enjoyment. I think when me and John make like a film, we say something to move someone towards a certain direction or to think about something. So I just love storytelling in every aspect of it, in every way that you can storytell, So I'm passionate about that.
That's awesome. I know John is passionate about filmmaking because yesterday, I mean, it's a whole different person. Yesterday they were filming all day, all night.
Yeah.
This guy is never tired. He has so much energy. He's excited. He's passionate. He wants to be perfect.
He thrives in it. He thrives in it.
To me, it's encouraging people. I'm so passionate about encouraging people and making them laugh. I mean, sometimes I struggle. Which one is more? Do I want to make people laugh or do I want to encourage them? So it's all for me. What is it for you guys? What are you passionate about? Let's see. Let's get to close this show tonight with some positively in a Christian way. I would like to travel in the future to come see NAZ at a comedy show. Bobby, you are in Southern California. Hopefully, I pray we'll get back to that. And I do a lot of laughter for all in California, so we do. Signature can be a killer, right? Then I arrived when I was served a subpoena. Chris Rossetti, when your signature become an autograph, he goes and arrived when he was served a subpoena. That is so funny, Chris. I'm hoping Michael wins tomorrow. Alrighty. I take in teenagers aging out of foster care. Oh, that's awesome, Janet. You know, you and Maha would love it because Maha every week she cooks for about two houses that's full of foster children who graduated from high school. That's awesome. There's a ministry called Inspire that we support, where and they take care of students. Once they turn 18, they're on their own, so they
That's
take care
great.
of them.
That's
And
awesome.
that's awesome. Silence. You're passionate about silence, Tim. That's good. I hope Sarah wins tomorrow. Oh, funny answer, telling jokes, serious answers, making handmade cards to encourage people. Oh, that's awesome. Passionate about helping people during difficult times, which is a perfect job. Lily Neves, the manager at Dignity Memorial. I'm passionate about brick walls as a background. Here's a funny thing. Lily was saying that she have a job opening at the funeral home. Well, I was delivering food to refugees yesterday, and some of them are looking for work, and they're legal and everything.
Right,
but
right.
their English, some of them are not perfect. So I said, one lady was saying, I am looking for a job. She's Egyptian. I go, my friend has a job in a funeral home. She goes, what is that? I go, funeral home. She goes, what do they do? What do I have to do? I go, you know what? They have, when people come in, they bring the dead person. What do you mean they bring a dead person? What do you want me to work with the dead person? And no, you don't have to work with them. You can, maybe you help put him in. She goes, you want me to carry dead people, or what do I do? Do I go to their house? I said, no, you're not the coroner office.
Right.
And she just, I said, you know what? I don't think you're right for the job right away.
No,
I'm
never
sorry,
mind.
Lily.
Yeah, that's
It's funny. Passionate about helping people. That's right. I'm passionate about brick walls as a background. Okay.
That's great.
Oh, do we have a brick? Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
John.
there you go.
Okay. Then I hope we both win. Okay. But I'm passionate for Sarah to win tomorrow. Okay. Being a volunteer at Harvest Christian Fellowship is in their AV department. Right, Bobby? I love Greg. Finding my calling. All right. And animals. All right. I'm good to you. 3 dogs and 3 cats for Amy. My dad wishes he could go back in time and see Delirious in concert. Oh, you know what? Few months ago, I saw the lead guy that used to be with Delirious, the British guy. He's on his own now, and he's doing different church, maybe smaller churches or smaller events. But yeah, he comes to the States, so hopefully that will be the next best thing. I'm passionate about not angering my wife. Good one, Chris. Sharing the love of Jesus when opportunity comes up. Amen. Bobby. Mr. Casper said, getting through COVID-19 and not losing my mind watching the nightly news. Don't watch too much. 5 minutes, that's all you need. They keep repeating. And that's one thing great about this country is the news media is not owned by the government.
Yeah.
Actually, they hate the government. They lie about the government. That's a great. So this earlier on, me and Emilio were talking about the great things about this country. Hopefully, this encouraged you, lifted you up a little bit. And now I would like, let's read some more, and then we'll ask for prayer. Start giving me your prayer request right now. I'm great taking care of my 3 dogs and cat. When my wife is near, silence is golden. Good idea. I love connecting people to each other and to resources, jobs, etc. All right, Art. I love doing that too. That's awesome. Getting a job, getting back to work. Okay. Then, hey, Bobby, if you want to work at the Dignity Memorial, they have openings right now. Talk to Lily. Denise Haskins, welcome. Amy said they work with the living dead. Good one. I'm passionate about Lily Nevis giving me the answer so I can win. Okay, passionate about animals. Done. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Lead guy of Delirious is Martin Smith. Yeah, that was him. That was the guy. I'm passionate about just being myself. Samuel Laredo, thank you for joining us. This is the time where we ask for prayer request. Let's see. I'm passionate about learning to make tamales, but they never turn out. Do you know how to make tamales?
It is a craft. It is an art form, and I cannot.
You cannot. Do you know the process?
Vaguely, I know. I thought they magically appeared.
Oh,
on
okay.
Christmas.
That's how you guys this age. John thinks like things magically appear like money and food and all that. He's like he doesn't care. I'm passionate about learning to make tamales. Okay, me too, Lily. Hoping and praying I find a job in the audio engineering field. Okay, Bobby, that's good to know. Right now, I think churches are because they're going. They're finding the benefit of going via what do you call it, virtual.
Right.
uh, it's really maybe that would be a demand for it. So I'll keep my ears open. Good night, you all. Joey, good night. Kenny Wallace and his cancer treatment. Okay, we'll pray for Kenny and his cancer treatment. Let's see what kind of work there. What kind of work there? He is, well, Bobby's looking for in the audio department at churches, if or audio engineering work. Great passion, Emilio and John. I love to hear good stories through movies. Good job. Okay, Ruthie and her
Cheers.
cancer treatment and her family. We'll pray for Ruthie. I'm passionate about getting Emilio and John to get my picture, Citizen Chris, green lit. Okay,
There you go.
here you go. Send them
Little
the script.
collaboration. Yeah.
Send them the script. They will look at it. How is Ella? Ella is, I mean, she's in between chemotherapy, so she's doing good. I saw pictures of Father's Day that her mom put, and she looks fine. I will get an update on her. Rough day. Visit with my mom for Alzheimer's treatment. Okay. We're going to pray for Bobby's mom, guys. Anymore? Alrighty, let's see. Prayer lifted. I have a couple friends in the industry. I used to be a full-time engineer. I'll see if they have any position. That's great. Thank you, Joey. See, I love this family. You guys are helping one another. That's awesome. Awesome. Prayer for peace. 2 years ago tonight, I found my dad having a heart attack. Tomorrow at night. Oh, I'm sorry. I know. I lost my dad. He was 66 years old when he died. So, but I spent 8 months in his last 8 months with him when he was slowly dying. So, I don't know how you feel, and I'm sorry. I know last time you had to sign off because at Father's Day, but we'll be praying for you. Praying lifted. Prayer request for family members in Arizona. A fire broke out and burning down the houses in their neighborhood. Was only a couple of blocks away from their house. Pray no more houses get burned and those who lost homes will be helped. Amen. We'll pray for that because we know Corona twice last year, was it, when the fire hit so close? So we pray that there's no wind. Shepherd Church in Porter Ranch. Oh, yeah, that's my friend Pastor Dudley Rutherford. Do they need prayer? Oh,
Shepherd's Church. I heard about that.
what happened?
Some controversy.
Oh,
I
really?
think. No. That's another church. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Check them
On
out.
the hill. Church on the hill.
Oh, okay. Shepherd of the Hill. I'm so sorry, Crystal. I'm praying, Sarah. Prayers lifted. Check out Shepherd. Okay, I want to close with something really. Hey, guys, you know what? We both come from a culture where lying is okay. Does that make sense? Does it? Does it? I know we laugh
what
at it,
you're saying, yeah.
and you know what? In Egypt right now, the coronavirus, the COVID-19 is way up. You know why? Because some people lie about having it and not and that they're sick or they have symptoms, and it's really that's a big deal. It's a big deal when people lie about it. You know, it was just it's just a little white lie. Really, is there such a thing like white lie? Some lies hold bigger consequences than other, but a lie is a lie. What about half truth? It's still a lie. After you don't know which half you're getting, right? Some people think that lying is okay as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. It does. Lies always hurt people. And you know what? There's some employees that don't want to tell their boss that they are sick, they're feeling sick because they don't want to lose money. And trust me, I think right now it's okay to stay home because if you think you have COVID, and you will still get paid. But the lying about it and not wanting to tell people you've been exposed to it or you have it because you don't want to miss on fun or you don't want to lose anything. But it's a lie. It could hurt. Maybe you will heal from it, and chances are you will, but someone else will get it to someone who's really at risk, and it will really hurt them. And that's what I love about the America. You know, I mean, lie is a lie. We all lie. It doesn't matter what country you're from. It's a sin nature in us, but it's frowned upon here in this country. Where in some place in the world, it's part of life. It's okay. You lie about something. You know. And we all lie. You know, someone wake you up at 6 in the morning. Are you sleeping? Oh, no, 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 I'm awake. I've been awake for I just did 50 laps in the pool. And you're still sleeping. Lies like that.
Even shame and honor.
Shame and honor in country forces you to lie. Is there shame and honor in your culture?
Yeah, I think it's very, you're part of a unit. America's very individualistic. And when you're part of a unit, you can't shame
the family, and the group.
You have to say and do whatever it takes to not do that, right?
That's true, and that's part what encourages the lying there. Individual countries, the U.S., where we're called collective cultures. Not about you, but hopefully you guys had a great time tonight. I just pray that maybe one thing you got out of this tonight's show, like you're so proud to be an American. It just makes you appreciate this country more. That was our goal. Emilio, we'll be praying for you for success in your career. And if you or John makes it, please help the other one. And maybe once you guys make the big money, ask Andy to join you guys and give him something. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for
having
being
me.
us.
This was really fun.
We're going to get to enjoy a couple of days with you tonight, this weekend.
Great.
So thank you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow night, God willing, at 8:30. Love you and good night. Please share this with others. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.